We're back. This is Antoine Walton, and you're listening to Business Mastermind Podcast. And I just wanted to talk to everybody about, COVID-19 and what to do as a business mind in a pandemic. Who knew we would be in this mode at this time? Who knew that we would be going through these situations? The times and the seasons are at a standstill. Seems like everybody's hand is slowing down into making money or in the prosperity mode. But if you're in the business field of real estate or just anything, I think it's time for us to have a wake-up call. I think we done sat in the house long enough and quarantined and ate all the food that we could possibly eat, and it seems like fun time is pretty much over. And for those who are sick and have loss, and my heart goes out to those people. I don't want to see anybody in that mode, but at this time, even though that we're have that the social distancing that we have, it's time to wake up our inner self. What's going on the inside. My bishop, he always says, don't worry about the woodpecker on the outside, worry about the termites on the inside. And I think it's time for us to regroup. It's time to regroup. In the business world, I would say that it's time to sharpen your tools, mend your nets, and get your loved ones together. Go and figure out the things that you don't know, where you're weak at. Go make yourself strong at, at this time. If it's spending time with your children, spend time with your children. If it's to educate yourself. You have an internet, you have a phone, you can download books, you could do research. There's so many things that you could rekindle in this time instead of just sitting still and watching to see what the world is going to do. Is prepare yourself for the next thing. Prepare yourself for the next hard time. And if it's spiritual, it's just time to seek God. It's time to focus on Him more than your problem. The worrying you're going to have to throw out and start something new. Revive yourself. Revive your family. With your kids that's at home, it's a time that you could help them with their schoolwork. Where they were struggling at, help them be strong. So when they go back or when they have a chance to go back, it's time. If it's to lose weight, you could start to eat less and not bombard the supermarket. And I'm guilty of that. Just going to go get a whole bunch of food and things and just eating. Go for a walk, lift weights if you have them at home, or what's it called when you calisthenics, or calisthenics. If you're doing that, start to do push-ups and sit-ups. There's so many things that you could possibly focus on instead of just Facebook and the negativity. I understand that you can still market and try to maneuver so many business skills as you can to expand and look for deals. If you're in real estate, I know I'm still looking for deals or to position myself to be the first guy for people to choose when it comes to real estate. I want to educate my crowd, educate my oikos, the people that I know, my family, educate them on finances. That's what I want to do. But in totality, what I'm saying is that you can be better for tomorrow if you prepare. And at this time, you can prepare and not be scared and not fearing. I know that most people, understand that fear is false evidence appearing real in this pandemic. I'm not saying that COVID-19 is not real. I'm not saying that we should take it not serious and not comply with what's going on, but you could take a walk and social distance yourself, and not be around crowded people. You can do that, and you can still, enjoy things in life, at this time. I believe it's going to blow over, but at the same time, we got to focus on what we can focus on, and that's our family and educating ourselves so we're better prepared and knowledgeable. And the other thing, we could help other people. We could help other people. You could always find somebody that's in need. You could always find somebody that needs a glimmer of hope. You have a talent, you have a gift, and most of us have a business that listen to Business Mind podcast. And no matter where you are in this country, there are people that are hurting or people that have need. And we got to figure out who those people are and deliver at this time. I know that this is not my typical podcast, but I just want to encourage people out there that, we could do better. Focus on the better things, the greater things, the bigger picture out there. There's more things that we can do than what we can't do. If I'm making any sense, I'm going to say that again. There's more things that we can do than what we can't do. We say this in my church, we can do all things through Christ, which strengthens us. But we also, in the natural sense, that we could do all things, period, I would say. When it comes to, there's nothing that we cannot do. We can do anything, and we got to find that thing that we can do and give our all to it. And that's what matters, is your consistency. Is your consistency and you're passionate about it. Because most of us, we're finding out that we were never consistent with the thing that we were doing, or we were not passionate about the things that we're doing. So now that we are confined to a certain demographic, we're confined to the other different things, we quit the thing that we were passionate about, and we're sitting on our nothing to do, and we're complaining, and we're indulging in things that are going to be harmful to us when things get started back again. And you want to be in good condition. You want to be in good condition in whatever you're doing. If you're painting, you want to still paint like never before. If you're doing real estate, you want to know all the changes that's coming with real estate. If you're doing mortgage, you want to know all the things that pertain to mortgage. And you want to catch up on the things that you have missed in this time. You still have to structure your day. You still have to structure your life for tomorrow. You know what I mean? There's a good time for you to do whatever it is. And I think that's, what I know that's what I'm heading for. I have great expectation. We started out our 2020 like, 2020 is here, and we're going to do it 3 months into 2020. And it was like, everybody's on the standstill. 2020 said, psych. And I'm laughing at this, and I know that this is serious. But at the same time, there's an economic crisis that we're headed into. And there's an economic crisis that we're headed out of. For those who are smart and savvy, there's a millionaire produced in whatever position that we're in. It always someone always capitalizes off the situation. And I don't care what the problem is. And y'all know that's the truth, that they're going to capitalize off this. Someone's going to capitalize off this COVID-19. Are you going to be on that side of capitalizing on it and being the best in your area when we come out of this situation? And you should be thinking not how to win the race for yourself, but win the race so that others will be prospering. Win the race so that you bring others into a better financial state. Okay? not just for you. Because if you're thinking that you're going to do all of this winning without helping somebody else, you're a loser. And that's me just talking. You don't have to take it further than this podcast, but this is my podcast. If you don't like it, make your own podcast and do that. But just get passionate about the things that you want, because we are learning that life is not granted us the best situation. I like my favorite quote is from what is this name? I think it's Earl Nightingale. He said that most people that get along in this life do so by not just taking the circumstance, but finding the circumstance. And when they can't find the circumstance, they make the circumstance happen. And what person are you? Are you a person that let life just slap you around with every disease, with every downfall or pitfall that the social epidemics may bring? Because that's all partiality. I mean, like, you know, every few years society changes, and if you don't know if you don't believe what you believe, then you're going to lose every time, because you're depending on someone else and you're betting on somebody else instead of betting on yourself. It's time to realize that you need to bet on yourself for your family, to bet on yourself. And I'm not forgetting God. For all my spiritual people, I'm not forgetting God in this, because he's the one that turns the page. He's the one that writes it. He's the one that does it all. In detail, he does it all. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added. But he also said it's given to those who prepare. It's given to those who prepare. You don't build a building without a plan. You don't do that. You have to really, it's not by divine osmosis in this lifetime. You don't wake up and just like, oh, I'm amazing. You just don't throw a bomb into a printing press and come out with a novel. It's all orchestrated, and your life has to be orchestrated. I mean, you really have to focus on that. What has God put in your heart to where you want to go? What is he? Because if it's contingent on them finding a cure for COVID-19, you're in trouble, because night is coming where no man can work. So we really have to focus on what do we want to do. He's given us everything that pertains to life and to godliness. And he's given us, God has the power to give financial wealth. He has the power to give us that, in this time. I'm just trying to give us hope in this time, because the end is not here. The end is not here. We still have a lot of work to do, and it's time for us to be better than we were before this. You have a new start. Some of us looking at this as what they're looking at this is the beginning to the end, but this could be a new beginning. And I'm going to leave us there. Thank you, and have a great day.